You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Greetings, GA, it's on.
Well, thank you, Kevin.
It has been unstoppable. David, thank you. And for so long, the Blazers have had great guard play.
Yeah, Lillard and McCollum, what a great tandem back there. But, you know, defensively, there were some gaps, and now it's Lillard and Simons. So they've gotten even a little bit smaller. This has been a strength of the Blazers for a decade now, and it just comes at you in a little bit different package.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Thibault in at the 3. Here we go. And for the Nuggets, Murray and Caldwell Pope the guards. Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in at center. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Now here's Porter. Murray looking around. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Trailblazers ball.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard outside. The shot, no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. The Blazers on offense. Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name center.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best. An NBA All-Defense for 2 years running, Matisse Thybulle has been a game-changing defender from the minute he set foot in the NBA.
Free throw drops in there for Thibault. And Greg, we know at Washington, Thibault was the college defensive player of the year, averaging 3.5 steals and over 2 blocks a game.
And per minute, not far off that pace in the pros. His opponent field goal percentage last season good for second best in the league.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Caldwell Pope kicks to Murray. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Here's Grant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, he's so active. You got to box Grant out. When the shot goes up, he'll get to the offensive glass, and he rises up off the floor pretty quick.
Now the pass to Jokic. Gordon against Grant. Jokic trying to free himself up. And again, Denver no good. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Teardrop shot. And Lillard lays it up and in.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Porter finds Murray. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Lillard up top. He's covered by Murray. Lillard misses. At the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Brent, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there are some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism to the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan.
Green is out there with Michael Porter, and there's Bryant, and it's Smith, and it's Brown in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Pass to Sharp. Back to Reddish. Now, here's Sharp. Lillard outside. Over Smith. And it's Lillard missing. And so Brown will bring it up for Denver. Trailing by 5. Kicks it to Smith. Passes it to Green. He feeds it to Porter. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Pocket 2 and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Bryant's a tough guard when he gets outside of the key. He's got great touch.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this.
Thomas Bryant, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bryant. Playing games at altitude here in Denver, Brent. How does it affect the player?
Well, you could say it's mental, but I could tell you from experience, Kevin, it is physical. I mean, it does hit you, and you got to get past that early burn before you can get back into the endurance part of your conditioning.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Green. Aaron Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's Jamal Murray in for Ish Smith.
On average, 4 to 6 coaching changes happen after every regular season, and in 2021 the Trailblazers parted ways with their coach after 9 seasons, and Chauncey Billups was brought in as their new leader.
From the arc, they get the rebound.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray outside. Pass to Gordon. Simons against Murray. Pulls from the top of the key. Jump shot is good that time.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
A baseline J. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Trailblazers out in front, up by 3. And Jets now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Coach Malone. Mike, with that slow start, what did you like about how your team managed to stay in the game?
You're not making shots. You got to impact the game in other ways. So I thought our defense was terrific. Now we just got to find a way to make some open looks, get to the basket, and keep that defense at a high level.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. What did you think about Portland, Kenny?
Playing on the road is having no effect on this team. I mean, between your planes, the hotels, the buses, it's a grind. It can zap your energy level. But right now, they look like a fresher team. And we'll see if they hit the wall in the second half.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they're getting almost nothing on the interior. I know we've turned into a three-point shooting league, but come on, guys. You need some kind of presence in the painted area to keep the defense honest.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Portland leading by 3. Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Thibault in at the small forward position. Lillard's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%.
And the 0 Damian Lillard wears on his jersey is more than just a number to him.
Yeah, Greg, we know that represents the letter O, as Dame grew up in Oakland, went to college in Ogden, and became an NBA star in Oregon. Oh my, that's a lot of O's. In the painted area at that kind of size, Jokic is a rock that's not moving around.
Portland with the ball. They lead by 1. Thibault finds Lillard. And here's Nurkic. And that's Jokic with the rebound. Caldwell Pope against Simon. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Six on the shot clock. Shoots over Simon. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 1 now for Denver. Simons kicks to Lillard. Back to Simons. And the pass to Grant. Here's Thibault. Guarded by Porter. Three-pointer. Lillard cans it from downtown. Lillard's got 5.
You just can't give Lillard an inch out there. He's going to shoot that one incredibly fast.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Murray. Left side, Gordon. Shoots over Grant. And it's Gordon missing. Lillard against Murray. Lillard, right side. Three-pointer, Simon. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
The defense has to be besides themselves there. Terrific shot to close out the quarter by him.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So it's Denver now. It's a 5-point game. We've got Green. Bruce Brown is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And you talk about a big-time play. He simply would not be denied on that drive.
Well, off the bounce, we know he's good, but off of the kickouts, he can still get it done. That one rings true.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Passes it to Jokic. Outside for Jackson. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Jackson against Lillard. 1:22 left in the game. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Now, here's Jokic. Second shot opportunity. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Grant. Here's Little. That one goes. Count it. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Well, all eyes on Lillard defensively, and that causes a big-time breakdown, and he's quick to take advantage.
Jackson passes to Jokic. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're ahead by 4. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Gordon's checked in for Najee. Michael Porter comes in for Jeff Green. Caldwell Pope, who's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's Jamal Murray in for Reggie Jackson. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Chauncey Billups coaching up his team during that break. To be honest, he was fired up. He asked his team, how badly do you want this? Because those guys over there, they're going to give it everything they've got, which means we have to do the same. See if they can match them emotion for emotion. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Shooting for Portland, Yusuf Nurkic at the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
And you think about Nurkic, 7 foot, 300 pounds. When he gets around the rim, who's going to move him off that spot?
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing. Caldwell Pope off the inbound, no good. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Contagious Caldwell Pope. That's his second personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Portland, Matisse Thybulle, taking 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. To the middle. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by Murray.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard. At the line for two.
Shooting two.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
There's so many qualities of a lead guard that Damian Lillard possesses on the floor, in the locker room. He really, truly sets the standard.
Second one is good, and both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Jacks up a three. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, this game is not over when Jamal Murray is still able to play.
And that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
At the line for the Blazers, Damian Lillard. 2 shots.
Shooting two.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Substitution on the court.
– 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. No good on the quick three. So the Trailblazers win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Dame, you guys got off to a slow offensive start, but came back and got the win. What got going?
It wasn't the prettiest game. We didn't shoot the ball well, but we just had to find ourselves. I think we did a great job of sticking with it. Some shots started to fall, and we was able to pull away.
And that ball goes in the basket, everything changes, right? Thanks, Dame. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.